Okay, what's the purpose of the life insurance section? Yeah, I got life insurance. Well, if it's unattended death and you go to the medical examiner and they do an autopsy, that could, you ever had to deal with an OME, it could take a while, right? Okay, all right, so that's the purpose of the life insurance. The purpose of this book is to overwhelm the people that you are sitting with all the decisions that have to be made at the time of death. And guess what? It's probably going to be the worst time of their life. Okay. What's the first memory about your husband that makes you smile? When he gave you a hug. Okay, I can see that in your face. Yeah. Seems like he was a really good guy. A good man. Yeah. What made him such a good man? He loved God and he loved people. He loved God and he loved people. Especially the Vietnamese people. Yeah. And what was his name? Danny? How'd Danny die? Sorry to hear that. My condolences. Sounds like that was a very stressful time for you and your family. Yeah. And Danny took his life, so during this whole time, who was able to support you?
My family.
Your family. Okay. All right. And if for some reason Danny was standing next to you right now, what would you want him to say to you? What would you want to hear him say?
I would like him to let me know that everything is fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't have to worry.
Okay. And what would you say to him? Yeah. Thanks you for sharing that with me. So I'm going to share a few things with you now. Okay. That right there is called probing. If you do not do that, you see how you feel right now? You kind of feel kind of weird, right? Some of you do. How did that feel when we did that, by the way?
I would like to talk about that.
You'd like to talk about that. Okay. Okay. But you didn't. But you did like to. Okay. Probing. After you go through the book and you go to probing. Probing is the most important thing. You can stumble through life insurance. You cannot stumble through probing. If you do not probe, you will not get a sale. Okay? So the purpose of probing is to help them to relive and find out what their experience is in the funeral industry. Okay? So what do I mean by that? So you want to find out, number one, who died? Close friend or a loved one. Again, did I say lost or passed away? No, died. Okay. So you want to find out who died. You want to find out how they died. You want to find out what kind of service they had. Okay, right? The purpose of that is because when we get to, thank you for sharing that with me, I want to share something with you. When we get to the memorial guide, okay, that's all going to be very important. Okay, because probing, I like to look at probing as kind of like it's, I don't know, words escapes me right now. But it's very, very, very critical that you probe because sometimes a spouse will reveal something during probing that the other spouse has no idea. Okay. Sacrosanct, is that a word? I don't know. That's kind of the word I'm looking for. Okay. Because probing is very, very personal.